Yeah, I am. It's you. Sorry. This way's like...
Skeptics like you make me sick.
Mr. Yappy, read this thought.
Yeah.
Social man.
Yeah, and some are bound by percentages to be right, but most will turn out wrong. Now, which is which?
Look, all I know is that so far, Yappy has provided more solid, concrete leads on this case than you have.
Mr. Gordon, as a young husband, I think you're going to find that your new responsibilities to your family take precedence over your recreational needs. You don't get it, do you, kid? 2 years from now, while driving down Route 91, you're going to be hit head-on by a drunk. Driving a blue 87 Mustang.
Well, that's very descriptive.
Worse than 60 feet of bad road your body slides across after flying out your front windshield.
Mister,
Okay, creeping me out.
you really need to work on your closing technique.
Why did he see the dog eating whatever the hell he was eating? I have a feeling this guy can do this for real.
It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Stupendous Yappy said the first victim's body has been dumped somewhere. Then we find it in a dumpster.
We did find some crystal shards on the body. How do you know it was from a crystal ball?
Well, it just figures. I mean,
You need to be a
if
bit
a
more
guy
careful if you're
goes
trying
to
to
kill a
hide this.
fortune teller, he's obviously going to assault her with their own crystal ball and use the shattered piece as a sort of lance.
How did you know about the entrails? That information hasn't been released to the press.
I never read the papers. Too depressing.
Is there anything you can tell us about it?
I didn't do it.
You're not under suspicion. But I do harbor a suspicion that you can see things about this crime.
Yeah, he's already figured him out.
Things that we can't see.
I have.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
I think you do.
This guy's performing the same routine as the stupendous
No, he's
Yappy.
not.
He's just doing it in a different style.
No, something told me, Scully. Something is telling me this guy's for real.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you're psychic?
Oh my God.
He sees himself as some kind of a puppet.
Can you describe him? Do you get a visual impression of him?
You bumped into him.
So you can see into him, but not at him.
You'll find a woman tomorrow morning by the fat little white Nazi stormtrooper at Glenview Lake. Her body's floating in Glenview Lake.
It.
Be honest, Scully. Doesn't that propane tank bear more than just a slight resemblance to a fat little white Nazi stormtrooper?
Mulder, the human mind naturally seeks meaningful patterns and configurations and things that don't inherently have any. Yes, it looks like a
Yes,
fat
it
little
does.
white Nazi stormtrooper, but that only proves my point.
You named the specific body of order the victim would be found in.
And now you're convinced I have some sort of psychic power. So while your skeptical lady partner is off performing an autopsy, you came here to ask my help catching this serial murderer. Do you want to know how you're going to die?
That's why.
Yeah, yes, I would.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you don't. I mean, his next victim might be the mother of the daughter whose son invents the time machine. Then the son goes back in time and changes world history. And then Columbus never discovers America. Man never lands on the moon. The U.S. never invades Grenada. I don't know what it is, but it belonged to one of the victims.
That's a hit. In psychical research parlance, a correct guess is a hit, an incorrect guess is a miss.
It's ugly.
Yes, it is.
Next.
Next.
It was found on the woman that was pulled from the lake. Identical keychains were found on 2 of the other victims. I managed to trace the insignia to an investment firm called Uranus Unlimited.
Makes about $87,000 a year. Non-smoker.
Is that a hit or a miss?
As far as I know, that's correct.
Spot on.
We're almost there.
Well shot.
How are you receiving this information about the body's location?
How should I know? Oops, pull over here. Stop.
When,
This is the spot.
when it's your time.
I guess you run into a lot of dead bodies in your line of work.
He
Okay, now.
obviously has that gift, but it's very specific. Oh, God damn it.
I'm glad I could bring a little smile into your life, Mr. Bruckman.
I'm not smiling, I'm wincing.
Oh. Why have you just found it? Oh God, you have as well.
You're looking around for someone. He's behind you now, but you don't know it. And he's stalking towards you and...
You're in a kitchen.
Oh, God.
What? What do you see?
He's got a knife. You stepped in a pie that's fallen to the floor. The killer comes up to you
Behind you.
He comes up with the knife and banana cream. Definitely banana cream.
All right, I'm looking down at this banana cream pie, and then what?
He sees himself coming up to you from behind.
And? And what does he see?
Slashes your throat.
Oh. I'll be dead before you catch this guy, no matter what you do.
You've come to me because you're searching for someone.
Damn.
But don't worry. This person will find you. It's a relative or a close friend.
Actually, a guy I'm gonna kill.
You don't know why you do the things that you do. But
Do
your
any of us?
confusion is soon to come to an abrupt end with the arrival of a woman.
I just mean, I see us quite clearly in bed together. You're holding my hand very tenderly, and then you're looking at me with such compassion.
Get this, Scully. The lab analysis from the first bit of fiber that was found just came back. It's lace.
Chantilly lace?
You know what I like.
Mulder, it's not likely that the killer was wearing anything made out of Chantilly lace at the time of the murder.
I'm not concerned with where I am or how I got there.
Okay.
I'm at peace, and it's then that I realize
You're
I'm
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
My body begins to turn a greenish white with spots of purple. Next, the insects arrive. And as I begin to feel myself slipping away towards I know not what, I wake up. Well, good night.
Good night. Thanks for that.
Mulder, there's... Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Not really.
I just didn't sleep well. What's up?
Chavez is going to stay with Bruckman while we go over to a tarot card reader around the corner.
Don't open that door for anybody.
The lighter? He said don't open the door. This'll be him, won't it?
You've seen the things I do in the past as well as in the future.
They're terrible things.
I know they are. So tell me,
You don't care.
why have I done them?
Don't you understand yet, son?
No, he doesn't.
Don't you get it? You do the things you do because you're a homicidal maniac.
Well, yes.
That
It's like, oh,
doesn't
that's
explain a lot,
it.
doesn't it?
There you go. He's probably gonna die. You didn't hear them talking?
Mulder, I found another strand of that silk.
Yeah.
Oh, we got more than that this time, Scully. We got fingerprints, probably a
No,
footprint.
you're not getting it.
He's the killer, the bellhop at the hotel.
Yeah. The lace is from the hotel. Oh, there he is. Now then, you're gonna chase him, and you end up in the kitchen.
Hey!
There you go, that's the scene. Forget about the pie.
Stop it!
Scully doesn't hesitate. She's good at that, at least.
Hey, that's not the way it's supposed to happen.
Yes, it is.
You know, none of Bruckman's prophecy came true. The killer didn't get to him first, but he did kill Chavez.
Oh, my God. Cheers. Okay, episode 4. I actually really enjoyed that. It was different. I mean, all X-Files cases, when it's not about the main storyline, are different, of course. I thought this was starting off not as an X-File. That scam artist did just crack me up with his facial expressions. If you can't tell that that guy is just putting one on over you, you really can't judge people very well. So, our true psychic. Was it psychic? Because psychics tell you about your future like that. What job you're going to end up with, who you're going to end up married to, where you're going to live, blah. This guy wasn't doing that. This guy had like, I don't know, death's notepad as to who's next. And all he could tell was how you were going to go out, how you were going to die. The exact specifics of it. And he hated it, which is why Mulder's like, why do you find it such a disdain? That's why, because all you ever see is death. And you can tell some people and you can't tell others. And Mulder even asked himself, well, yeah, I'd want to know how I die. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Not knowing has its disadvantages, but knowing, I think's worse, because you then have a finite day, time, when, where, how. And for the majority of us, that's all you would ever focus on. It's like someone saying, forget it being death for me. It's like someone saying, 8 years, 3 days, and 6 hours from now, you're going to go to prison and you're going to spend however many years there. You would continually obsess as to how that comes about, why, what the circumstances are, and what you're meant to do to avoid it. If you've been told it's already going to happen, you can't avoid it. And there's one thing you cannot avoid: death. None of us can. Doesn't matter whether you're poor, rich, famous, nobody. No one can avoid it. That was really weird. And he was right with his premonition, whatever you want to call it. I thought he was just trying it all with Scully. Oh, we're going to end up in bed. Well, but he was right to a certain degree. And I did like the fact he came face to face with the guy and he's like, well, you've seen what I've done in the past and you've seen what I can do in the future. Why do I do it? I don't know why I do it. And he's like, well, that's because you're a fucking homicidal maniac. That's why. Oh, yeah. That was just completely random. What, you hadn't thought of that? That was very, very strange. And that guy's obviously spent the majority of his life not focusing on it, trying not to focus on it, never taking advantage of it, like the scam artist guy trying to work with police departments and presidents and whatever, trying to make a living from it. This guy's tried to do the exact opposite. But it was enjoyable. It was actually really enjoyable. Of course, Scully remained a skeptic throughout, but she had to admit, I suppose, some sort of... Well, she would call it coincidence. I mean, the word coincidence was used in this episode quite a lot. There was far too many of them for her to not think something, especially with the closing scene with him. Right, anyway, that will do. We'll be back with episode 5 next. I'm sure you know by now we do 2 episodes a week. If you want to watch this in full length, it will be available for you on Patreon as always. I'll put the link in the description. And if you are watching this on YouTube, there are edited versions on both YouTube and Odyssey. Link will also be down here. And if you're not already subscribed and you're enjoying the X-Files, I've also got another 2 or 3 new series that have just started this week. We have Dark Matter and Ozark, so we've got loads of new series for the summer. I'd appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up, hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you for episode 5 next. Till then guys, thanks a lot for watching. See you for the next one.